What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tridal Cokes. So I got these tires in for the project in here. So they're RBP RTs, 305 4522s. The tread wear is 500, so that's decent. It's kind of like a rough terrain, not a mud terrain, not an all terrain, but it's got a little more aggressive sidewall to it. So my tire dealer wanted me to do a little review on these. He hasn't dealt with a whole lot of them, and the only reason I really picked them was because my current truck has RBP wheels on them, not tires. So we're gonna give them a shot, see how they mount, balance, and he wants to give a road test and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned. This is for a 2020 Cadillac Escalade. The stock wheels are 22x9 wide. We are getting ready to slap a 305 45 22 on it. That is our max with a 1.5 to 2 inch leveling kit. We might have to trim a little bit on it. Not sure. We'll figure that out in a little bit. That's another project here right after we mount and balance these. Let's see how this goes. The main thing is going to be probably the balancing, just to see how nice and balanced those rubbers are. We're going to slap our TPMS sensors in. I love these smart sensors. They're super easy to work with, super user friendly, very easy to install. And when we're installing it, we're just going to work it, pull it straight up. You'll feel a little click, hear a little click, little pop, more or less. So we know they're completely in. Unscrew it. I'm going to leave the guts in on this one and see what happens. Get your valve stand, put it over here. That way that's the last spot for your tire to fall on, and you don't want to mess that sensor up. RBP gives you weight dots. Typically you put this yellow dot with the valve stem as something with the weight in the tire. If it doesn't have the yellow one, you want to go to the red one. There we go. Then you want to bring this valve stem back around to about your belly button. Again, that'll be the last spot for it to fall on. Let's see what happens here. Like so. I'm going to get a little slip on my wheel too, just to help slide our duck around. Alright, put that here. These are awesome, by the way. Got a little extra hand to help keep that press down below the bead. Less man strength you have to use to get it on there. So stick this here. Alright, let's see what happens. Pretty well. Got a little tight there being at 45, but so that's some air. Let's see how they pop on. Come on. It's gonna be a nice loud pop. We're at 52 PSI. We're gonna let it hang out there, and here we go. I usually stick around 40 PSI in this, but I don't know. I run 38, 37, somewhere in there. Let's see what happens here. Looks really balloon. I like that. Let's see what 38 looks like. Hope it flattens out a little bit. There she goes. She's starting to flatten out. I might even go down to 35 PSI, maybe help it out a little bit. Hope I like these tires. So, a little review on mounting then. Overall, pretty normal tire. We'll see how they balance next. We're going to balance these RBP tires, 305, 45, 22s. We're going to see how they balance out. First, we're going to rip the stickers off the tire. Supposedly there's a rollover hazard with these tires. This is a cheaper mountain balancer. I got into this, wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I don't want to go spend 10, 15, 20 grand plus on a really good machine and not like it or not want to do it, not get the business. Then it was a bad investment. So I went a little cheaper route, and these are doing their job. They're already paid for. So if the tire business picks up, then I can justify going and spending money on a Snap-on, a Hunter. A road force balancer would be fire. But anyway, I like to get it spinning. That way it's less stress on the motor. Okay, so it's saying we're out 1.25 on the backside and 3 in the front. I'll slap 3 in the front there. These come in 50, 1, 50, 2. They come in 2s. So I think what we'll do is we'll slap a 2 on there first and see what happens. 8. Roll it until you hear a beep and all the lights will light up on the front and it goes in the top. Again, spin it, restart the process. This has been a fun, different, challenging kind of thing to learn. If you get a dished wheel, you got to mount it upside down. There's not a whole lot of information that I found on the internet, YouTube, as far as how to mount and balance certain things. Where to stick the stickers. If you start getting too many stickers, do you stack them? Do you keep coming into the center of the wheel? It's kind of a trial and error thing. And Jay Edkin up at Town Auto Works in Linden, Jersey Shore area, has been a super big help. He helped me set these machines up. I've taken customer wheels to him that are too big for my machine because he has the good stuff. So, all right, we got we got an ounce and 3/4, so let's see where it's at. See where we're at here. Almost the same spot. So 1, 2, 51. Oh, another thing I just learned the other day is there's always a little bit of a tab sticking out there. Makes it so much easier. Hopefully you've seen that. You probably didn't. It always used to take me a minute to get these backing papers off. When I first started, it was cold though, so I think the adhesive was kind of funny. But if you can see there, you have a thick part and a smooth part. If you just pull it from the thick part, it makes things a whole lot easier. And I just learned that the other day, on my own. got on the front there? I threw a 2, so we got 3 3/4 ounces on the front. All right, down to 75 in the front and 50 on the back side. Another buddy, Ryan, he does a lot of my mechanical work too. He gave me some really solid pointers as far as I was looking at the computer and it's telling me, say right here, 50 in the back and 75 in the front. I was putting both on there, and then I kept chasing it. He kept telling me to do the heavy side first. Just keep chasing the heavy side, and the back side, or whatever the least side is, will typically balance itself out. Or if I go the other way. In this case, it's slowly balancing itself, which is weird because this face is heavy, and we're in a different spot, so that's good. But I'm not an alligator. I would like to get a nicer machine because then you can do the spoke balancing where you can hide all your weights behind the spokes. You can do center balancing, which Ryan also mentioned something to me, but we're not sure if my machine's capable of that. If you get those dish wheels, the back of the rim's only yay big, but the front of the rim's this big. So when you get a front and back balance, it's confusing because you're basically on top of each other. But it's easier to use balance beads on those kinds of wheels. Let's hope this is balanced. I want to get it within 1/4. All right, we're still chasing it. We're at 50 now. Let's see where it's at. All right, looks like we keep chasing it forward, so it keeps moving on us. Oh, another thing that would be nice is having the laser point it right to where you need it. It'll kick it right to the bottom, whatever. Instead of trying to eyeball everything. It gets a little frustrating sometimes. So once this tire is balanced, we'll kind of weigh it out and see where we're at. It looks a little hoppy. Hopefully they ride nice. If not, the wife's probably gonna be a little upset. And these will be for sale.